Jared, they are so sleek. Mikey and Jared, they're making picks.
Hello and welcome. It's episode 3 of Slick Picks, talking about week 2 in the NFL. Last week we talked about going 6-0. We went 2-4 collectively. That's not getting it done. We were both in on the Saints and the 49ers, and both teams failed to cover. I'm not going to really spin a story defending either of the picks, but I will say in the future, if we bet on a game and it turns out that it's a rain game or a snow game or a fucking tornado game, adjust your bets accordingly. But I did knock the ball out of the park with the over under on the Cowboys.
It's
Bucks.
not on us.
It's not on us. Yeah, no, we're not to blame in any way. Yeah, the Cowboys and Bucks under cleared by 28.5 points. Jared absolutely nailed the Dolphins. That covered by 9.5 points. One really cool takeaway I want to take before we get into week 2 is that 6 teams that were favored by more than 5 points. So 6 teams favored by more than 5 points failed to win at all. The NFL is crazy. It's just chaos. What can you do? But
week 1 for you, man. That's week 1. No one knows what's going to happen, but we try anyway, right?
Absolutely. So any thoughts we want to give on week 1 before we jump into week 2? I mean, any just observations, anything that we feel needs to be said?
No, I'm just happy football's back. Got my Sundays back.
Yeah, I was overwhelmed.
Pizza and wings back. It was a lot. I went to the Barstool Sports Bar to watch the games, and they only had 3 of the games on, and I had to crook my neck, so I didn't have the best experience, which is probably for the best because all my bets lost. But this week I'm looking forward to the NFL. What's that package? We have a guest today, Dane.
Red Zone.
Welcome back to the show, Dane. Yeah,
hey,
what is it? Red Zone. It's
Sunday ticket.
It's the thing you get the 7 channels. Yeah, I'm gonna get Sunday ticket tomorrow, and it's gonna be sick. And I'm gonna just be alone.
Have you looked into this? You have to get DirecTV first. You need to purchase DirecTV, then
So I'm a student, so I get it student. I don't need DirecTV. Yeah, it's very cheap for students. If you're a student, get it. It's like $90. Not an ad. It's like $90.
Not an ad. Need to make that so
no
clear.
Free ads.
Yeah. I might enroll in some sort of school or something.
I have a student girlfriend, so I'm chilling.
Yep, you're good.
Nice. I just have a regular girlfriend. Not as fun.
Blows, dude.
All right. You know what, Dane? You're the guest. You want to start us off with your first pick of the week then?
Oh God, yeah. I looked through. Last week I took that Cardinals Chiefs over.
Yep.
And one of me and Jared's mutual friend gave me shit for it. Said he didn't understand it. I think the final in that game totaled over 65 points. So he's fucking stupid. So I'm gonna ride another.
That kid's
over.
a moron.
Moron. That was the easiest over bet of my life.
Yeah.
This week I'm gonna do it again. Over 51.5 Vikings Eagles. The Eagles defense is really bad. People thought it was good, and I think it's very clear that it's not. It's not like the 07 Patriots walked in there and put up 35. It was like Jared Goff and company put up 35. And Jared Goff and company has some weapons. And now they're going against better weapons in Minnesota. I also think Eagles can put up points. It's in Philly. I think that's a wild over. That final score is going to be in the 30s again for each team. It's going to be an absolute shootout. I don't think defenses show up. Over 51.5. Lock that in.
Easily. I like that. And I think what it is that we were talking about this in the pre-show, is that teams are willing to be soft at the end of the game if it means chewing up clock. And that can lead to scoring, So I like that. These are 2 teams I think are some of the best offenses really in football. I like both these teams a lot. I think these are both fringe, NFC best teams, on the outskirts.
What the 49ers were last year. That's where I put these guys, where it's if these guys put it together, watch out. They're gonna crush some skulls. I like this a lot, Dan. The only reason I stayed away from it was because I like the 49ers, or I like the Vikings defense, but I hate the Eagles defense as a counterpoint to myself. So it's a great pick, laying off strong.
Thank you. I feel the defense is good for Minnesota, but also they played Aaron Rodgers and a group of nobodies. So I think we need to see what they're actually against a competent offense.
Yeah, a lot of
Right.
overreactions last week. Just react. Don't overreact. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
A lot
I'm
of noise.
overreacting.
Yeah, Jared, just so everyone knows, Jared is absolutely miserable coming into this episode, but we're gonna make do because he's about to give us a winner. Let's hear it.
Is it me?
Why not?
You
Unless you
want
want
the
me to
winner?
go. Yeah, I want a winner.
Okay, I got a winner for you. I got the Lions -1.5 versus the Commanders. This is my 1 point play. Love the Lions. Yep, Mikey's repping. I love what the Lions put on tape last week. Jared Goff is who he is. Maybe the stupidest starting quarterback in the NFL.
Yep.
But the team around him, if you put in a top 10 quarterback on that team, it would probably be a top 3 offense in the NFL. It is very good. They got a strong O-line, good playmakers. DeAndre Swift looked like everything he needed to be. And the Eagles are great, and they hung with them. They scored a lot of points late, but the Eagles, I think, are going to show us that they're a very good team. I think they're going to – the defense is bad right now, but I think they'll figure it out down the road. And I think this is a big week for the Lions because I think this is the week they need to prove that they're different than they were last year.
Yep.
Last year where they were the team that almost won a bunch of games. This Commanders team is not good. It's nothing to be afraid of. I would be, I can't imagine the fans are expecting, a playoff contending team out of the Commanders. So I think the Lions need to win this game. I think Dan Campbell's going to get the boys up, get the boys going, and they're going to crush some skulls here.
What I love about this game too is that last week Carson Wentz played really well, and I was reading up before the show. All I was reading was how good Carson Wentz looked, this and that. Doesn't that just mean Carson Wentz is going to look awful this week?
Absolutely, it does.
That's just the law of Carson Wentz. Good week, bad week. Good week, bad week.
He does that in games. Good quarter, bad quarter. He never can string 4 together in a row.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Did you see that back-breaking pick he threw in the game? It's a miracle they won it all. It was like fourth quarter, need a touchdown. And they beat the Jaguars, by the way. Let's put that on the record. They barely beat the Jaguars.
Yep.
Lions barely lost to the Eagles.
Yep.
Very different. Good win or good loss and a bad win in my mind. So put that together. I love the Lions.
Want to hear something crazy? Is that the Lions are favored for the first time in 24 games.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. That's exactly what I was going to say. I love it. And it also terrifies me. Did they win that game? I don't remember if they won that game.
I don't know.
No,
I mean, I
wish Campbell covers though.
Oh, I found it. They lost 20-0 after being last time they were favored. So
don't care.
Don't care.
That wasn't Dan Campbell's team. That wasn't Dan Campbell's team.
Yep, that was a Matt Patricia team.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. On the radar though, DeAndre Swift is dealing with a little knee thing. Don't know what that means. Don't know how bad it is, but he has a knee thing. I've been told.
I think this is just what Swift does. I think Swift is banged up kind of guy. Is that right, Mikey? Is he just one of those guys where he's got the Q?
A little bit. Yeah, he's a guy who probably will have a Q. I would be shocked if he doesn't have a Q the rest of the season. Frankly, I'm not saying that this little knee thing isn't real. I'm just saying that he's always a little, because he's tiny. I don't want to say he's frail, but he's not a big guy.
He is small. That's fair.
I don't want to call him a bitch, but
No, I wouldn't do that. Jamal Williams and also servicely, step up if Swift is a little banged up. So, yeah, cool. I love it. I mean, I don't want to touch it. I'm wearing the Lions jersey, and you'll see why later. I didn't want to touch it because it's like touching the money. Don't touch the money. Just don't do it. So I'm leaning away from the Lions for now, but I'm certainly fucking rooting for them. It'd be lovely to win a game as a favorite. I mean, it feels like really a turning point for the team. So we'll see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm all in on Dan Campbell. So
I was about to say something really, really vulgar. But yeah, no, I love Dan Campbell. No, I think I won't. But I will. I will say is that I was talking on Twitter about the New York Giants, and I shouldn't have. I should not have been talking about the New York Giants on Twitter. I should have shut my stupid fat fucking mouth. And I should have just stopped tweeting, you idiot, But I didn't. I tweeted about the Giants. And I said how I kind of like them going into this game. And then I realized I put myself in a position where I need to bet on the Giants, and I hate myself for that. But I'm not a coward, so I'm going to go through with it. So I'll just give you some notes on why I think there's, some hope here.
Did you say the line? What's the line?
The line is, drum roll,
believe it's -1.5. Giants -1.5.
Versus the
Minus-
Panthers, right?
Yep.
Right.
Or versus the Browns.
Panthers,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Panthers. So we have Panthers 0 ATS or 0-8 ATS in their last 8 games. 2-13 ATS in their last 15. The Giants, admittedly, were also 0-16 ATS, but that was Joe Judge. We got a new regime here, new team. Throw all the old
Dabble,
records
baby.
out. Yep. Let's see here. Not a lot here to go with. I do like though how Barkley looks like a whole new player, and I'm not going to sit here and explain to you guys how good Barkley did, because if you're listening to this, you're probably well aware. But if you looked at the Panthers, they were sliced up by a combination of Chubb and Hunt, and Barkley is pretty much those 2 players put into one, between the pass catching elusiveness and then just the hard running. And if you looked at Barkley, what I really like too is he wasn't sitting back there going left and right trying to find something that wasn't there. He was just running forward. And
What he needs to do.
yes. Yeah, it was so refreshing to just see a guy run forward for once. So I think he's gonna go absolutely off. Daniel Jones, he had some really fucking ugly throws, some really, really regrettable interceptions, but he was 7th in adjusted yards per attempt. He was throwing the ball downfield. He completed 80% of his passes. And also CMC was held to 33 rushing yards last week. If somehow Matt Rule is fucking up CMC, I mean, that is like the epitome of just bad coaching. I think Matt Rule is garbage. Bet on the Giants. I just kind of rambled on to you, but I'm betting Giants. Here we are. Let's go.
It feels so gross that I'm in.
Yeah.
It feels so gross. It feels like it just feels slimy, something about it. The Giants favored. It just feels wrong.
Yep.
Against the Panthers team that I thought should have been better coming into the year than the Giants. I hate it, so I love it.
It's, in my opinion, it's the most disgusting game on the slate this week. The Panthers versus the Giants. It makes my tummy hurt. I think they both should lose, but I love Barkley, man. I'm glad he's looking good. And then also another wrinkle for the Giants is that Kadarius Toney, I think he only had 7 snaps last week for whatever reason.
So
I gotta imagine they use him more, and he's probably their best wide receiver. So, if they do use him, you're going to get an even better Giants team. They just need to damage control Daniel Jones. And we need to hope that the Panthers collectively have a no coaches meeting and decide we need to lose every game until Matt Rule's fired, because that guy stinks. Which I think could be happening, honestly.
Yeah. He's the hottest seat in the NFL, right? Matt Rule.
He's the only one I can think of. Him and Cliff Kingsbury are the 2 that come to mind for me.
But know what's wild about Cliff? I would agree, but they just fucking gave him a huge contract last year. I mean, obviously you could still can him. It means nothing. But
those aren't real to me.
Yeah.
Those aren't real. Like the Jimmy G no trade clause. Not real.
Not real.
John Gruden's 10-year contract. That was fake.
Oh man, what a contract. As soon as it got signed, I was like, yeah,
that's not getting 10 years.
No shot.
So
Good pick, Mikey.
Well, I've been told
not a sexy pick,
yeah,
but a slutty pick. It's very slutty. The kind of pick you have like 6 drinks at the bar, 6 shots in a row, and then Giants -1.5 comes along.
Yeah, this is not a pick you bring home to mom.
No.
Not at all.
All right, let's hit our 2-point plays here. Dane, I really liked your 1 point. Hit me with another good one.
Yeah. Falcons +10.5 at the Rams. Mariota looked fantastic. I don't know if anyone watched.
Mariota.
I think he had like 1 bad fumble. Everyone makes mistakes. It's fine.
Yep.
I love Mariota. He has a near and dear place to my heart. Jared knows this. Anyone who knows me knows this. I believe that he still can be elite. And the Falcons looked pretty good. Like I know they played the Saints. I know the Saints aren't great. The Saints have a pretty good defense, and they put on points against them. Cordero Patterson didn't lose a step. Everyone thought he was just like not going to be a thing this year, and he's very much a thing this year.
I thought he was dead. Yeah.
And I don't know why we all thought that. It's not like he slowed down.
You know what's funny? He's old.
Fucking awesome.
He's old, so everyone assumes that he has like a lot of mileage on his legs, but his mileage, he was never really used to like this in the past. He almost has like fresh legs for a 31-year-old guy, I think.
Absolutely. And he looked quick. He looked like a good burst. Mariota was decisive, played well. I thought their defense is gritty. I like them. I think the Rams are still going through a Super Bowl hangover. I think that's gonna happen this year. They looked super sloppy against Buffalo. I know the Falcons are no Buffalo, but like they didn't look good. Matt Ryan is clearly super racist and only throws to his white guys on his team. That's just a fact. Allen Robinson was wide. He was wide open on like 19 plays, and then he just looks for Cooper Kupp. I think he's so attached to Cooper Kupp he can't do anything else.
I heard Matt Stafford was calling him the N-word in the locker room.
Yeah, big time. Big thing around there. Wouldn't let him eat breakfast with him at all.
Can you send me the source on that? I heard the breakfast thing for sure, but I need the source on that other comment.
And
Whatever.
I don't know. I think that they're going through something, and I think they'll get out of it, but I think it's going to take them like 5 weeks to get out of it. And 10.5 is a lot of points. Like they're like what, 4 or 5 double-digit spreads this week, which is so crazy that like that's like college almost. It's like college or college where you just see double-digit spreads all the time. It's the NFL. That shouldn't happen. I have a hard time believing that all those double-digit spreads are going to hit for the favorite, if any of them.
Yeah.
And so Falcons plus 10.5.
Like, look how many like bad dogs last week outright won. You know, I was giving that stat at the beginning there. Like, as a Matt Stafford truther, I would love to sit here and be like, yeah, no, like I'm sure they smashed, but I mean, look what the fuck all those teams did last week. And I thought the Falcons, played the best as compared to their expectations, if that makes sense. Like, I think a lot of people expect them to be one of the worst looking teams, and they played, I thought, a really great game.
Yeah, Drake London looked good. Kyle Pitts looked good. I already said Cordero and Mariota played well. I like Arthur Smith as a coach. He's an offensive. I think he's a very smart offensive guy. So I think they can hang with him. I don't think this is 10.5. It's too high.
People forget that the Falcons were almost a playoff team last year. Granted, they didn't really deserve to be in the playoffs, but they still won games. And that's worth something, you know. Every team, more or less, is paying their guys about the same amount. There's, NFL stars on that team.
Yep.
You know, who's their corner that's really good? It's
I couldn't tell you a single player on that defense.
He's really good. He was one of the statistically best corners last year.
Was it like AJ Terrell or something?
Yeah, I think it is Terrell. He's incredible. Kyle Pitts is very good.
Nailed that.
Drake,
that from the
that was impressive, Dane. That was good stuff. Marcus Mariota, Drake London looked good.
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot to like about that Falcons team, and Matt Staff Daddy's arm is concerning in my opinion. It seems like they really underplayed how bad his elbow is.
Yeah.
Based on how he was talking to McVay and some of his throws looked. I wouldn't feel good as a Rams fan right now. I would be very concerned that Matt Stafford might be kind of at the end of the road. And, I'm glad he got a Super Bowl before he did, if he is, but the elbow right now looks shoddy. And Cam Akers is dead, in my opinion.
No, if you have Cam Akers on your fantasy team, trade him for almost anything. I was saying all offseason how out I was on Cam Akers. Look at guys with Achilles tears. They don't have careers. They just don't have careers afterwards. They just don't.
He got 3 carries, 0 yards, just disastrous.
I think that's what killed Darian Foster. It's his Achilles.
Yeah, I mean Marlon Mack was
definitely killed
Goliath. Donta Foreman was someone that people were talking about.
We need to revisit that. Jared, did you say that the Achilles killed Goliath?
What's the guy? Was his name Achilles?
Yeah, it was Achilles.
Buddy.
It was Achilles got dipped. All right, so Achilles, I want to give you some Greek myth. His mother dipped him in a river that made him immune to everything, but she held him by his ankle and, pulled him out. And then his ankle was the only thing that was like vulnerable because that's how she dipped him. History major, # Greek myth.
I don't think
is David and Goliath the Bible or...
Yeah, that's
a separate story. Yeah,
unrelated.
Unrelated.
We're talking about like
Marvel and DC, different.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's the best way to put it. Let's just move on.
I'm sorry, that's the best thing I heard all day.
I'm pissed off, bro. I've had a tough day. My bad for not knowing ancient Greece. Everyone,
this isn't ancient Greece.
I haven't been to church in like 5 years. Okay,
yeah.
My fucking bad. No, that's on me.
10.5 is too big for an NFL team, and that's that. All
Agreed.
Right. Jared, You're amped. Let's hear your 2-point play.
Yeah, I am amped. I'm gonna bring it down though, because I'm gonna drop a stat on you guys. A little system I picked up on. I brought it up last year as well.
Yep.
So the system is last you bet on the team who did not cover last week, who was playing a team that did cover. If you look back at 2021, in week 2, using that system, you would have gone 7-2 against the spread. So looking at some teams this week, I compare that to what I liked in my heart, combine the brain and the heart to make the ultimate picks. That first pick that lined up with that is Patriots -2.5 versus the Steelers. I love this because it looks disgusting.
Looks so gross.
Why the fuck would the Patriots ever be favorites against this Steelers team? 80% of the money going into FanDuel is on the Steelers. Makes me love it even more, baby. Steelers just beat Super Bowl runner-ups, Bengals, in a wild game. Patriots just got their doors blown off and looked like a terrible team. But people forget, you got Bill Belichick. The Steelers are not going to have TJ Watt. Najee Harris might be out. Cam Hayward's banged up. Mitch Trubisky did not look good. They got 4 picks and barely won that game against a terrible-looking Joe Burrow. A team without T. Higgins. There wasn't. If you look at the tape a little more, I don't think there's a lot to love about that Steelers team. Granted, there's not a ton to love about this Patriots team, but I think those guys, they were a playoff team last year. They're not complete boneheads.
Yep.
They got some guys on that team, and someone I think will step up. Patriots will show up and beat this team. Got to follow the system here.
Yeah, well, this is my lock, but I'm going the
Nice.
other way.
Going against the system.
Yeah, I'm going against the system.
Yeah,
this is a
yeah.
trap game, and I'm falling for the trap. So
Yeah, you are.
if in case people are like, Mikey, come on, that's such an obvious trap game. I know, and I'm betting. I'm a little mouse chewing on my cheese, yum yum yum, and the fucking snap is about to come down and kill me. So let's see here. What I like about this is just you got Mike Tomlin as a dog. He's always owned in this position. He's hits this 65% of the time he covers as a dog. At home, it goes up to 74% as a dog. Steelers got 7 sacks last week, which is like a fucking ridiculous number. I understand that they have some defensive injuries, but mostly TJ Watt. Really, is Hayward going to be out?
He's banged up.
All right, we'll see what happens. Mac Jones having back spasms. I don't think he'll miss the game, but
I think that was a fake injury. I think
Fake
that's
injury?
fake. I think
Yeah.
he's just sad because he did bad.
Yeah.
I personally would have lied about injury. So
Okay. Could be fake, so we're gonna put that out there in case anyone needs to know. But I'm just going. I'm leaning on the stats that have worked for a long time, and the first one is Mike Tomlin as a dog. He always owns as a dog. This is something that if the Steelers are dogs, I'm probably going to bet them. They're going to be probably one of my picks. This feels very trappy to me, but I'm going for it anyway. I just want to throw it out there. Mac Jones, QBR. Just take a guess. Like, just throw a random number out there. QBR.
46.
I was gonna say 47.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're in sync, Dane.
Yeah.
9.7.
Is that good or bad?
That's really fucking
not good.
bad. Really bad. So that's that. I'm a little worried about this team. We talked about it a lot already, but new run scheme looked horrific. Yeah. I mean, this team was meant to run the ball, and they redesigned the run scheme in the offseason. A terrible move. I think this could be the end of Bill Belichick. Probably really stupid of me to say, but I said it already. That's my lock. Oh no, that isn't my lock. That's actually only my 2-point play. So that
What
actually
the
works
hell
out.
is wrong with you?
I don't know. I'm drunk. That's my 2-point play. I have another pick, and it's my lock. We'll get into it soon. But yeah, that's that. Me and Jared going against it. Jared, do you want to have fun with this? Do you want to bet just me and you? Like, have you already bet this on FanDuel?
Not yet. How much you want? 200
200?
200 units?
200 units. That's even more.
It's a unit, 1 cent.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you want to make it juicy. We can do like $50. Like, is that juicy? Like, how juicy we want to get?
What if you gotta shave your eyebrow?
No. I have
Just
a
that one
career.
line in your eyebrow.
No, I have a career.
Like a
I
slutty line.
have a quick question. If you go to your HR representative and he is missing an eyebrow / has a little cut in his eyebrow, do you trust that man?
With my life.
No.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna leave the $50 out there. Maybe we can talk after the show.
I didn't know you were a slave to corporate America, but that's
Yeah,
fine.
it's not fun.
Loser has to get a pet snake and keep it for 5 years.
Dude, I already have 3 pets in a New York City apartment. I can't get a 4th. Rachel would
What's
kill me.
for?
What's
Just keep
for?
it in a
Exactly.
a case.
In a case.
In a pillowcase.
You have to give me one of your cats, and if I win,
Deal.
I will give you I don't know. I'll give you all my shirts.
Deal. I need a new wardrobe, and Ken's a piece of shit. You can have
There we go.
Ken. All right, let's hit the 3-point plays. We'll figure out the bet later, since you don't want to be real about it. Dane, what do you got?
I was throwing out plenty of ideas, but that's fine.
This feels so right to me. And I know Jared already knows where I'm going with this. It makes so much
we
sense
talked about it.
because it makes no sense because
I
I've
knew this
watched
was
it
gonna
my
be a
entire
lock.
life. And it's kind of a twofer. It's Titans plus 9.5, and I'll go one further, Titans money line. There's a 0% chance the Titans lose this game because I've watched Titans my entire life, and this is what we do. We lose to shitty teams and we win against big teams. Last year we lost to the Patriots in a blowout. And you can say Patriots are good. I didn't think they were good last year. We lost to the Jets. We found a way to get blown out by the Cardinals. And then we found a way to blow out the Rams, beat the Bills, beat the Niners, beat the Colts twice. None of it makes sense. We do this every year. We do it every fucking year. And it doesn't matter.
I was gonna say you beat the Bills last year.
Exactly. And everyone thought we were like 7.5-point dogs in that one too. It
Yep.
doesn't matter. For some reason, the Titans just love being an underdog. They love being an underdog against the Bills. And then they love doing it after they lost to a team they shouldn't have lost to. Makes no sense. So it
It's
makes
the boys'
perfect
I
sense.
do love that you have a motivated team. You have the Bills who just beat the Super Bowl champions. They're sitting fat and happy. They're feeling good about themselves. And then you have the Titans who are coming into this game pissed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This bet follows the trend I was talking about.
Also
where the
that.
Titans did not cover and the Bills did. So you have that going for you. And as a Bills fan, Dane, I don't necessarily disagree with you. I think the Titans plus 9.5 is a terrible bet, but I think the Titans money line is the correct bet because this game's going to go 2 ways. The Titans are going to win, or the Bills are going to skull fuck them into the earth. Those are the only 2 ways it plays out.
I think
If it's
there's
a close
chance
game
the
at
Titans
all-
skull fuck you too.
Well,
It's a chance.
I don't know about that.
There's a chance.
I'm not as worried about that.
There's a chance.
You gotta no.
I think there's a chance.
So just take the money line then.
That's
So
what I
take the
said.
fucking money line.
That's what I said.
No.
Yeah.
I
But I
absolutely will.
think there's a chance though. I think there's a chance the Bills, if the Bills skull fuck the Titans, which they might, I'm gonna bet the Bills every week. And they're never gonna lose. And they're gonna go 17-0 and win the Super Bowl.
Fair.
If they
It's
win
one of
this
the-
game, that's what's happening. If they skull fuck this game, that's what's happening.
What constitutes a skull fucking?
I think it has to be north of 14 points. So it has to be more than
17
14.
plus.
I would go to 21. 17's like, one bad bounce at the end of the game. All of a sudden you win by 17.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
fair.
it also matters the feel of the game. If
Yeah.
it feels like a
Right.
skull fucking,
Right.
then it's a
That's
skull
fair.
fucking. We can
You
Right.
know one when you see one.
Right.
You know?
exactly.
Exactly.
The Rams got skull fucked by the Bills last week. They
Yes.
didn't punt.
Yes.
Fair.
Any thoughts that this is one of the Monday night games? There's 2 this week, I believe.
Yeah, it's the first one.
Yeah. Does that
I-
change your
like-
mind in any way?
No, it makes me feel way better.
Big
Just ruin
stage.
those people.
We're 2-0 in the last 2 primetime games against the Bills. So
That's what I wanted to hear.
Shut up. The Buffalo community is letting school out half a day early on
just
Monday,
crazy.
which
Which
is
doesn't
fucking
really
awesome.
feel necessary. Like what? School gets out at like 3 p.m.
No, I was talking about it with my mom. Yeah, she was like, I think it's because of traffic. I was like, the game's at 7.
Yeah, I
Like-
don't get it.
It was like, well, I don't know. I'm like, I think Buffalo just is like, that's what I'm saying. I think
Yeah.
this game, the real bet on this game is over 3.5 streakers because
Mhm.
Buffalo's going to lose their fucking mind. They're going to be drunk as shit. People are going to be at the parking lot noon
Yep.
for the 7 o'clock game and drinking all day. People are going to be fucking. People are gonna be throwing up.
Yeah,
People are gonna be fighting. Maybe.
Yeah.
Buffalo is gonna show its true colors. It's still warm enough too, which is really bad.
Yeah.
I think someone over half a death. at
Oh
the
my
Bills game.
God.
Under
Over half
Jesus
of that.
Christ.
Oh my Lord.
Bills are gonna lose their mind, dude. They're gonna lose
Yeah.
their mind.
No, they
Bills
probably
Mafia-
will. Yeah.
Someone let a flare onto the field last week. Are you kidding me? Someone brought a flare.
People are getting so inappropriate. They
That
just
was
have
an away
no
game.
decorum.
It
Yeah,
was
they
an
just
away
have no
game.
decorum anymore.
No,
Oh my God.
they're
Dude,
gonna.
does anyone else
gonna-
notice those videos of fans are getting worse and worse every year?
What
Like
do you
just
mean?
like you just see like someone on their phone just recording like a crowd of people, and there's always just someone doing something so heinous you can't believe it. It's getting worse and worse every year. Like I don't know, man. I'm just like I can't picture one in my head specifically. Just like there will be a crazy video after that game of some Bills fan doing something absolutely ridiculous in the
like driving his
yeah.
car through stores, like
Yes.
just like, through the
that
mall.
kind of shenanigans, like people beating the shit out of each other, people throwing food. I saw this woman just like throwing up inches away from this person the other day, and like the
Just
person had
inches
like
away from a child with a neck brace is what
Yes.
it was.
yes, that I was gonna get into
Video
the
of the
neck
week.
brace. Yeah,
It's the
So-
dream, baby.
yeah. Should be a fun game. Should be a fun game.
Are you going to be in the parking lot, Dane?
Probably not. No.
Oh, rip.
Yep.
It's probably not
Sad.
safe.
It's
No,
not safe.
you probably wouldn't be safe, honestly.
I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be.
Bills fans are really, really going to go over the hill this year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
All right. We got 5 minutes left on this clock here that's running with Zoom, so we should probably keep rolling here.
Yeah, go ahead. Hit me.
I got another piece of my system here where teams that didn't cover playing
Mhm.
teams that did. I got Packers 9.5 versus the Bears, doubling down on shitty Bears. They got lucky against Trey Lance,
Yep.
who is still good.
Yep.
They got lucky against Trey Lance in a monsoon of a game that realistically has ruined the field for the whole season.
Yep.
And it's a huge letdown game for them after that very high win. You know, you got a crazy weather game. Those are always nuts.
Yep.
And then on the other side of it, you have the Packers, who just are got to be fuming after that divisional loss. I don't think they're going to go 0-2 in the division. I think Aaron Rodgers, as we all know, he owns the Bears. He's going to go in. He's going to skull fuck these guys. He might hang 42 points on them.
I totally love that. He might.
Yeah. He might just, yeah. People are down. Now everyone's like, oh, Aaron Rodgers, he's throwing to bums. He's got nothing. Christian Watson's going to get 200 yards. Randall Cobb's going to get 3 touchdowns. It's going to be a crazy affair. And I'm going to keep hammering the Bears losing until I lose all my money.
I don't see a better strategy.
All right, so me and Jared need to put down a lot of money this week because the Green Bay Packers are my lock. So there's no way we got to put down some money here.
Are you with me or against me?
Oh, I'm fading you. I'm going with the Packers. You're
I
going
said
with the
Packers.
Bears. Oh, I thought you were.
Oh, I
was
said
Packers.
He
Did
did.
I say Bears?
I don't know. Maybe I'm confused. Hey,
I'm
going.
with you.
I'm,
We're
no, no,
riding.
No. Okay, I'm riding with you. All right. I'm gonna just
Still.
list off a bajillion really quick stats. Rodgers, after a loss, is 35 and 15 ATS. As a favorite of 7+ is 65 ATS. At home, 66. Home favorites, 65. Home in prime time, 69. Division favorites, 64. After a loss, 64. Against the Bears, 74. And those were all percentages ATS. I didn't feel like reading that all out. You got the point. Rodgers is extremely pissed off. I was so confused with your analysis because I was like, wow, this seems like he's talking up Green Bay a lot. But no, I totally agree. I mean, everyone's like clowning the Christian Watson drop, but if he
It was
catches
really bad.
that, it was a really bad drop. But
Bad,
like
bad drop.
if he catches that, that's a house call. I think Rodgers is going to get it done. I think AJ Dillon is a talented guy. I think Aaron Jones is a talented guy. They'll find a way. They will find a way. What's the quote? I own you, right? Isn't that what he says to the Bears
I
fan?
fucking own you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta include that part.
Yeah. We got 2 minutes left, and we need to give our pick'ems. Jared, you want to just spit them out real quick?
Ad for
Yep.
Underdog.
Mm-hmm.
Use promo code SLICK
Yep.
on Underdog when you sign up. You'll get your first deposit up to $100 matched, and you get to pick all sorts of fun pick'ems. I fucking love the app. I love doing player props. That's my new itch this year. This week I cooked up a doozy, $20 to win 120. I got Justin Herbert in the Thursday night game. This is all Thursday night game. Justin Herbert over 0.5 picks. Mike Williams over 69.5 receiving yards. Keenan Allen, I don't think he's going to play. And even if he is, he's going to be on a pitch count. And then Juju Smith-Schuster over 57.5. Juju got over that last week, and he got put in the doghouse for the second half because he fumbled. So love that. What do you got, Mikey?
I'm going to go with AJ Dillon over a combined, so rushing and receiving over 71.5. He was the entire offense last week for the most part. I wish I had the stat in front of me, but he pretty much got like the most targets, most receptions, most yards, yada, yada, yada. Don't have a lot of time left. Christian Kirk is my other bet. I believe 30 seconds here, less than that actually. 62.5. 62.5 is what Christian Kirk needs to hit. He hit 117 last year. He's clearly the wide receiver one. Indy is going to come in motivated, and they're going to put up points. If Jaguars have any chance, they're going to need to throw the fuck out of the ball. We have seconds left. Thank you all for listening. Bet.
Good picks, boys. Good picks.
Promo code Slick.
Lock.
Don't. It's a lock. I don't have a better argument than that.
The classic, it's a lock, and that's all you got to say. Don't say anything else. It makes you look insecure.
Sourced.
It's a lock.
Trust me, bro.
All right. Thank you, everyone.